All right, first YouTube live. Cool. It's going to be the easiest way to do something. I was trying to produce something. So CAM, C-A-M, complementary and alternative medicine. This is generally disallowed for reimbursement in the medical insurance system until patients are too sick to depend on its benefits. What this means is your standard allopathic doctors call it CAM, it meaning outside of what we do and should be done, and hold it off until you're really sick. So great catch-22, right? So naturopathy, osteopathic approaches, nutrition. All osteopaths are in the circle, but nutritionists, homeopathy, Ayurveda, old Chinese medicine, which don't confuse that with traditional Chinese medicine, which actually is the version that is westernized and goes to addressing symptoms as opposed to root causes. Many herbal approaches that relate to almost any culture that you can name. So these holistic methods for hundreds, thousands of years have addressed root causes, and they provided deep healing not often found in pharma and surgery-oriented allopathy, which is espoused by the insurance industry, right? So for many of us, holistic approaches aren't complementary. They're how we avert the progression of illness. Those of us who use alternative health as our primary care know our families generally stay healthier than allopathic-only dependent families. We're really integrative. We integrate East and West, old and new. It's the allopathic-only folks that actually aren't integrative. They're not holistic in an honest way. Just calling it out. I've seen both sides, and I know people, including family members, that have come and gone relying wholly on allopathy and seeing how that goes. So those of us who pay attention more to the holistic side of things, we will make lifestyle changes instead of popping pills. And generally, we stay healthier later into life. And some of us have eaten, we have friends, I have friends that have beaten cancer and terrible diseases with natural methods. I have people in my family that are addressing other issues with natural methods that works great. And here's the proof, right? We know our healers in our ecosystem, either the ones we know or the ones they can introduce us to, will get us to what we need to address whatever might come up. Now, what's notable is that chronic and autoimmune challenges currently absorb 80% of costs in this country, 80%. Why? Because the allopathic methods are completely perplexed by autoimmune issues and by chronic conditions. They're throwing all sorts of things at it. It doesn't do much. It addresses symptoms, and the issues continue to arise and what have you. There's a lot of, we can go more deeply into this, but let me get to where we're going here. So people like us, people who are actually holistic in our approaches and are pretty darn healthy, we deserve to have a healthcare choice that empowers our perspective, our approach. We know in time that expanding this approach is going to lead to a healthier society. We know this because it's how we approach things ourselves, and we get great results. So we're not really worried about the profits of the existing system. We're not worried about pharma. We're not worried about the hospitals and how they're going to need to change their budgets and not buy equipment when the hospital next door has that whatever, $100 million machine. Why should you have two in one town? It's crazy. They do this every year. Budgets that are irresponsible. Now, because they want revenue, they want cash flow. They're not really here to do efficient, effective healing. They're here to make money. We all know this. So here's my question. Do you know somebody who thinks like this, who has this approach to health and well-being? Because I'd like them to take a survey. We're actually building a healthcare plan, the first national healthcare plan. I have an amazing group of people that have been in the industry a lot longer than me, coming together to build this. But we want input from people around how they would want it to work. So please send people to this page, and we intend to be bringing something out for open enrollment this year. We've already got a design. We just need to tune it up. So please bring people here. We want to know who they are. We want their input. Thank you.